Oh, guys, if you are a massive MCU fan, you are in for such a treat. This movie delivers. It delivers everything that you want it to be. It's exactly that, and it might actually even surprise you. Look, I went in with very low expectations. I was like, I don't know, maybe it might work, maybe it won't, but it works. They delivered. Shawn, Ryan, you, thank you so much, guys, for restoring the little faith that I had in the MCU. Look, it's early days, but this movie is definitely a step in the right direction. I had a good time with this movie. I actually think it helps going in with low expectations. That way you might come away with something, you might actually feel good. You'll be like, wow, I didn't think that Marvel would take such a risk, but it was a necessary risk. It's a risk that they needed to take. At some point, things needed to change. And it definitely works on so many levels, guys. Now, look, I'm going to go. This is a non-spoiler review, guys. I would love to spoil this, but I'll leave that spoiler review for the weekend. Now, going in, guys, I can 100% say that they pulled it off. They delivered a good superhero movie. And at the end of the day, that's what every fan wants. That's what every fan wants to see. A good superhero movie that finds the right balance. Emotion, storytelling, comedy, all the ingredients. And you will find all those ingredients in this movie. Now, Marvel didn't lie to us, guys. They just delivered on a educated wish. You'll know what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. Yes, a educated wish. Back to the basics, simple. You get a good movie. Now, this movie actually pays homage to 20th Century Fox's Marvel Universe in such a brilliant way. There's a lot of cameos in this movie, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm not talking about any of them, but it definitely pays respect to 20th Century Fox in a good major way. And with the amount of cameos in the movie, it doesn't take away from the experience. It doesn't feel out of place. And that's actually what I liked about the movie. I mean, this is what Marvel needed, so desperately needed. I think this being the only Marvel movie coming out this year actually works in its favor. Now, I'm happy, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm very satisfied with the movie. It exceeded my expectations and then some. And we'll have to see where this lands in the Marvel, the bigger picture. We'll have to see. Now, not only is this the best Deadpool movie and my favorite. Look, I had the first movie at number one. That was just fantastic. But this actually does justice to the character of Deadpool by putting him in situations where he can break the fourth wall and just be himself. Like, look, Deadpool is, we all know he's a very outlandish character. He's out there. We already know him. But finally, he gets put into a space where there's no budget cuts. Disney's on board and they didn't hold back at all. And it looks fantastic. Now, no spoilers, guys, but I'm going to dive into the good. Then I'm going to dive into the bad. And then I'll let you know what I think. Now, starting off with the good. The movie is very funny, guys. Very funny. Although there's some jokes that only the die-hard fans will get, but it's very funny. Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool is irreplaceable. The guy is funny. I think I was laughing the hardest in the cinema today, guys. Like, I just had a blast. Now, in contrast with Ryan's amazing performance as Deadpool, you have Hugh Jackman. Look, Hugh Jackman is a definitive version of Wolverine. We all know that. But I think this might be his best performance as Logan. I absolutely loved him in Logan. But this is different. This is a different level, man. This is just all out great acting. I actually think there might be a campaign. I might be pushing it here. But I actually think there might be a campaign for Hugh Jackman to get nominated for an Oscar for this. Look, it was supposed to happen in Logan, but I think this is the one. Heartfelt performance, and he's also funny. Like, he has his moments. So this movie works because of the dynamic duo of Ryan and Hugh. Deadpool and Wolverine. It's a Deadpool movie, but it doesn't work without Wolverine. It's fantastic to see the chemistry between the two actors, and that is the heart of the movie. Their interactions just steal the show. And that's what I absolutely love about the movie. That aspect of the movie just works so well. This kind of reminds me of like the chemistry that Will Smith and Martin Lawrence has. It's effortless. You know, every time you see these guys together on the screen, you just want more. Comedic timing, everything on point. And I just have to say, seeing Hugh Jackman finally in the yellow suit, the famous yellow suit, just made me smile. As an X-Men fan, we've been eating this year. We've been eating good, guys. We've been eating pasta non-stop. X-Men 97, and now this. Whoo! Guys, perfect. Now the movie works very well. In terms of the story, I'm not going to spoil anything. It's one of those movies you have to watch it. I can't really dive in here in a non-spoiler review and not spoil anything. But as you've seen from the trailers are actually very deceiving. The trailers are selling you a lie. Some of the stuff that you saw in the trailers, that might even just be 35 minutes of the movie, like the first 35. It's a small amount of what actually happens in the movie. So they actually did a great job with the marketing. You have to go in and watch this movie. Look, I don't want to spoil anything, guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, just stay away from anything that's going to spoil it for you. Don't do that. It has to be the most violent MCU movie ever. I mean, there's a scene in here, it's blood everywhere and guts and gore, and they didn't shy away from that. Shawn Levy definitely went in here. I mean, like, Deadpool as a character, he's that one character that there's no way you can do a PG-13 Deadpool movie. It will never work. The opening sequence of this movie is my favorite. It's my favorite part of the movie, you know. It's crazy because that's just the opening sequence, but I feel like that is the one part of the movie that will stay imprinted in my memory. You know, it's a song that I used to love when I was younger. In Sync, Bye Bye Bye. The soundtrack, guys, the soundtrack just adds another element, another dimension to the movie. Now, look, VFX, it's not a movie that relies heavily on VFX, but it's the best VFX in a Deadpool movie. That's what it is, guys. Now, that opening sequence, I want to talk about it nonstop. The opening sequence just landed for me. It just hit home. Perfect. Genius, Shawn Levy, Ryan Reynolds. And the fight sequences are brilliant, guys. The way they've set up the fight sequences, absolutely love it. And it's not just random fight sequences that you just throw into the movie. No, it's nothing like that. It actually fits in with the storyline. You know, sometimes you get a movie where they just throw in fight sequences just for the sake of having it there. And all these fight sequences in this movie, they are very integral to the story and moving the story forward in a meaningful way, which I absolutely love. And the jokes, oh man, the comedic timing and foul language. Talk about F-bombs. There's a lot of F-bombs in this movie, so be warned. Be warned. When it comes to the bad, the one aspect that I didn't like about the movie is the villain, Cassandra Nova. I think the villain fits in well with the story. Yes, she does, but not a very strong villain, guys. I think the villain here is the weakest part about the movie. I mean, you have two excellent characters in Deadpool and Wolverine, and they actually overshadow the villain. If you had a great villain here, a mind-blowing villain from the X-Men universe, it would have just elevated the entire movie. It would have put the movie in another category all on its own. And that personally for me is the weakest part about the movie. I didn't enjoy the villain. I didn't find her threatening at all. She was just placed in there, and I don't know, that's the one aspect for me that didn't work very well, and that takes a few points off the movie, if I'm being honest. Other than that, guys, the rest of the movie is absolutely brilliant. If they went with a different villain, I would have said that this is masterfully crafted. Now, when it comes to a rating, guys, this one is easy, guys. I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. Easy for just restoring my faith in the MCU, delivering a good superhero movie. Solid. Even though, like I said, Cassandra Nova is the weakest part, for me, it doesn't take away from the score. I am very satisfied with a 4 out of 5. The movie definitely delivered. I was very skeptical. The movie delivers on all fronts, guys. I really enjoyed this movie. I had a good time with this movie. I see people might go in and say it's too much fan service, but at the end of the day, this is a movie done the right way. Fan service or not, and the fan service in here doesn't feel out of place. It's justified eventually, and it's part of the joke, man. Just laugh a bit, Don't take these things too serious, and I think that's why the movie works so well. It pokes a lot of fun at the idea of the MCU itself, and that makes it very entertaining, especially Ryan. Ryan couldn't hold back the MCU jokes. Full display, guys. Now, I am very satisfied, guys, and that's all I wanted as a fan. Look, my faith in the MCU has been restored for now. Hear what I'm saying? For now. But it's definitely a step in the right direction. This is what the MCU needed, and this is actually the direction that they should have went with before they dived into the multiverse. They should have just went with the mutants. You cannot go wrong with the mutants. Now, this is saying goodbye to the mutants that we knew, 20th century folks, and we are about to see the dawn of the X-Men, our version of the X-Men. Look, I also watched the original X-Men movies. That will always be my version of X-Men, but there's a lot of things that Bryan Singer did there that I wasn't happy with, the suits and all those things. But for the era it came out in, it was revolutionary, especially X2, Nightcrawler, the opening scene, legendary stuff. Even the first Fantastic Four, I really enjoyed that movie. But then everything just started going haywire. But now, this is us saying goodbye, and we are stepping into a new age for the MCU. Look, this is saying goodbye. It's not the game changer that people wanted it to be. Understand me when I say that. It's not a game changer, but it's a step in the right direction, and it's exactly what the MCU needed right now. That is the best way I can describe Deadpool and Wolverine. Guys, 4 out of 5. Strong rating. I enjoyed it, had a good time. I haven't had such a good time at the movies in a while, Just go in and just have a blast, That's what I had with this movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, guys. I'm not gonna lie, and you guys will definitely enjoy this movie. Look, if you don't enjoy this, then I don't know. It's going to be hard to satisfy you, but this is where we are currently at with the MCU. Basically, we have to look forward. I would love to see what Feige reveals at the San Diego Comic-Con this weekend. Hall H panel. Finally, man, just reveal. Give us a Blade trailer. Wow. Just make it happen. Fantastic Four trailer, new logos, Avengers 4, Avengers 5 and 6. I'm on Avengers 4, dude. Stuck at Endgame. But yes, this is, I heard people gasping in the audience at certain scenes and when they saw certain things in this movie, and it just made me smile. That's what movies are about. Make you happy, make you smile, and they definitely delivered on this one, guys, and I'm happy. Marvel, you have officially made $1 billion at the box office. This is a big one. Even if okay, no, I'm not going to say that. But I hope that Captain America is on the same level. If not on the same level, at least be close. And I can't wait to see the X-Men announcement. New cast, start things from scratch, new universe, and let's go, guys. Let's go. I'm very happy, guys. I'm very happy. What a nice way for a Wednesday to go down with Deadpool and Wolverine. Definitely check this one out, guys. You guys will absolutely love the movie. Even if it's not to your liking, it won't dip under a 3 out of 5. I'm 100% sure. But I can't wait to share spoiler talk with you guys. There's a lot of stuff in here. I actually think that I must dissect the spoiler stuff, just go in and look at everything, go revisit comic book history, all those things, and see any Easter eggs and just, what direction we might be going in. But there's one cameo in here that has me really excited for the future of the X-Men. If it is that is what they're planning, I'll be very satisfied. Please let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think. Have you guys watched this? Are you planning to watch this? Just watch this movie. Already, I just think it's going to be the biggest movie of the summer. It's massive. Massive for Marvel. Massive for the MCU. And the MCU might be back, guys. Might be back. I think they should just stick to the big screen, Stay away from the small screen. Stay away from Disney Plus and just do theatrical releases. Fantastic. Or if you do Disney Plus TV shows, do it the right way, which brings me back to Daredevil Born Again. I'm really excited to see that movie, and let's see where the MCU goes. Let's see what direction we are heading in, guys. That's it for me. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, guys. Deadpool and Wolverine. I'm definitely going to watch this one again. I have to watch this again. Yes. Perfect. A educated wish delivered.